Oh my gosh, what are we doing today? Hey, well, we're installing radon systems. That's what we do in this channel. My name is Scott. I'm a radon mitigator in Virginia. I make videos for other radon mitigators, those looking to get in the business. If you're home, of course, you can stay and hang out. Good place to go if you're looking for a radon mitigator is right down here, www.nrsb.org. That's National Radon Safety Board. Just go to that site, plug in your zip code, and it'll pull up a list of certified radon professionals in your area. So today, this is just a quick video about something that might come in handy for you mitigators out there. So we are in the closest place to a utility area in this fine home. As you can see, we got lots of nice shiny tiles. And well, if you know radon systems, we need to get a suction point down in underneath this slab. And so just a good tip that's always worked for me, believe me, the pressure was on with this job to not crack the tile. And so what has always worked for me is I put down some good like Gorilla Tape and try to use the sharpest bits I possibly can. It just, you know, I'd love to tell you how brilliant I am, but a lot of this was luck. I had just bought a brand new core bit and I just bought a brand new pilot bit. So you want to try to always re-up those things so you have newer stuff in case something, you know, the teeth like to break on these all the time. But you want to use the sharpest ones, and tape. Tape does not hurt. In fact, let's see, so we'll have our big reveal here. See how we did. I'm pretty happy with that. You know, that'll clean up really nice. So I hope that helps you. It just so happens on this job, we had a couple complications. We had to deviate. We were gonna come out from here and come down and just barely miss this access panel. But when we went outside to start doing a little digging, and on top of that it snowed, we found a concrete slab that had been concealed from us by mulch. And so we had to reroute a bit, and quite a bit of communication between the realtors and the seller of the house. And so we said, hey, we're gonna carve out, we gotta carve out a little bit of drywall. We wanna be as small and as neat as possible. And so what we're striving to do is we'll put the drywall back so all that's left is finishing. So I'll show you how we come along and see you in a little bit. Okay, so we made it through, and I've seen better, but I've seen far worse gravel contact. So what we'll do is we're gonna work that out with a digging bar and suck out as much gravel as possible, and we'll connect this pipe right here. Here's my helper out there. He needs to get to work, man. Busted. Jimmy does just fine. Okay, so by the way, interesting. So I sealed that with a little bit of that expanding foam, and he's got it locked in outside with a conventional fan on. Strapped up, dropping down. Boom. Okay, so not bad. Take it down in. So we removed as much dirt as we could, and here's a big plug from the concrete slab there, pretty thick on this one, and we sucked out pretty good amount of gravel there. So, all right, we'll seal the pipe in, but with regards to these suction pits, that's really where you put you got to put your best foot forward on those. You don't want to half step on these, and they're the crappiest part of the job, but they're the most important part of the job. And you really only get one crack at it. So if this system didn't work out and reduced radon levels below 4 picocuries, then, you know, swapping out a fan for a higher suction fan, that's no big deal. If I look back at that and say, yeah, could I have done better on that? Well, that's just a bummer. So go ahead if you're getting into radon mitigation, just suck it up and give it your all on these right there. And that way, if something does go awry, you can rule that out. Okay, so here's how we came out. Ta-da! So just a quick riff on some tools that I rarely use, but man, they are clutch when you need them. If you don't have them, the small things can become big things. So I always carry a little bit of lumber on my van. And I rarely need it, but I needed it to kind of, I don't know if sister is the right word in there, but anyway, a little piece of wood for this to grab hold of and link these two together since there was not a joist right there. So that came in handy. I carried one of these zip tools, this oscillating saw. That's what made really easy work of cutting the drywall. I have a manual drywall saw there. Well, there it is. Once in a blue moon, I'll use that. But you know, you don't want to just start cutting up into spaces that you have no idea what's behind there with, say, a reciprocating saw. Oh, a skill saw. Rarely do I ever need this, but it came in handy today. And you know, these come in these packs with, you know, this reciprocating saw and the drill, and it even comes with a little head like that I really rarely use, but at any rate, those little things are handy. Yeah, I think that covers it. So right there, I actually goofed up and I put the pipe together before putting the drywall in. So I severed it right there and cut the whole saw there and had to shimmy that board up. Basically making this video for you distracted me, but no big deal. So, you know, basically nobody but us will really even see that. So you guys are cool, right? All right, I'm gonna clean all this stuff up. Okay. Not too bad, a little better than we found it. Well, kind of, sort of. Okay, so with regards to this drywall, what happens next? Well, I don't do drywall. I know a drywall guy, and that's what's key. So should they want, I can refer the drywall person that I know and trust. Because sometimes in these situations, well, if you see my videos, these will need to be boxed in, and to have somebody that you know and trust to be able to do that, you can refer work to, is a handy thing. So I feel good about what we've done today because, one, this extra expense to the seller of this house is not going to be a big whoop. In fact, he called me and he said, the realtor says you want to tear out drywall. I don't want to do that. Well, I don't want to do that either. And so once he sees that what we did was we surgically cut out or strategically cut, you know, as small piece as possible to make this happen for him. And then the drywall person should be able to pick up, you know, easy money, because this is not going to be difficult for a professional drywall guy or gal. All right, so let's go ahead outside now. We'll see how we came out there. Okay, so we had a slight deviation from the original plan. The original plan was to go right there, and then we would come in on that side of that basement room that you're looking at now. And so that didn't happen. The electrical still remained in the same spot. We had to pull from the kitchen, but you know, we kept the thing on the rails is what it's all about. And we, you know, I got all sorts of suggestions from the seller. You know, kind of freaked out about the drywall thing. Well, why don't you put it on the front of the house? Would you want a radon system on the front of your house? I actually have a video about putting a radon system on the front of a house, and coincidentally, it's in this neighborhood. But you don't want to do that if you don't have to. It would look horrible. But anyway, so I think, you know, once the seller realizes the extent of the drywall stuff we had to do, it's not going to be a big deal. And also, I'm going to be giving him a discount anyway, because we anticipated the possibility of using a high suction fan. So once he sees that discount on his invoice, you know, he'll probably break even there, you know, give or take. All right, so thanks so much for watching. I've got to get out of here. But if you did find the video helpful, by all means, smash that like button and consider subscribing. I drop lots of content for the radon community. It doesn't cost you a dime, it means the world to me. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.